Budget 2024 is set to be presented to the Parliament this Friday, the 13th of October. And this marks the first full budget under the leadership of Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. As such, this budget will comprehensively embody the Madani economy vision, which aims to profoundly restructure the economy in the hopes of improving the quality of life for all Malaysians. In this Q&A session, we outline the three most important things likely to come from the budget. We expect the budget 2024 to maintain a mildly expansionary stance while narrowing the deficit to 4% of GDP from an estimated 4.6% in 2023. This puts the country on track to achieve the deficit target of 3 to 3.5% of GDP by 2025. There are four main objectives for the government to consider in formulating this budget. Firstly, the government needs to stay on its fiscal consolidation track, necessitating a balance between the government spending and revenue to reduce deficits and ensure sustainability. To address this, efforts will focus on broadening the revenue base through enhanced tax collection, exploring new revenue sources, and stimulating economic growth to increase taxable income. Additionally, reducing dependency on subsidies and cash aid programs is crucial. Shifting from blanket subsidies to targeted assistance and reforming cash aid programs to promote self-reliance are strategies to mitigate fiscal and economic risks. Furthermore, Malaysia must navigate the impact of slowing global economic growth by diversifying the economy and promoting resilience in key sectors, adapting to the decelerating global economic landscape. To bolster government revenue, the government is expected to implement revenue broadening measures such as the introduction of new taxes, which include the capital gains tax on unlisted shares, a global minimum tax rate of 15% that will apply to the multinational corporations, and a luxury goods tax on purchases of private jets, yachts, and luxury watches. To streamline expenditure and reallocate its resources, the government plans to implement the Targeted Fuel Subsidies Program, which entails removing subsidies from the T20 groups in a gradual and phased manner, but at the same time retaining the subsidies to the B40 and M40 groups. Budget 2024 will also focus on social empowerment by introducing a progressive wage model to address the low wage income situation. Additionally, there will also be plans to reinvigorate businesses by broadening tax incentives for pioneer industries, also lowering SME tax rates and enhancing green technology tax incentives. These measures will help to uplift the workforce and support the growth of small and medium-sized enterprises, fostering a more inclusive and dynamic economy. The allocated funds for Budget 2024 are expected to reach 388.9 billion ringgit. This reflects a 1.4% increase from the 2023 estimates. This growth is primarily due to higher operational expenses, including salary increments for civil servants, increased retirement charges, and the continuation of subsidies and social assistance, even as the government plans to make subsidies more targeted. At the same time, the development expenditure allocation is anticipated to be the second highest on record at 94 billion ringgit, and is only slightly lower than the 97 billion ringgit announced in 2023. This 94 billion ringgit will be focused on ongoing and new construction of infrastructure projects like the MRT3 and the Bayan Lepas LRT, as well as for building more schools and hospitals. Additionally, the government revenue is projected to rise by 3.7% to 309.2 billion ringgit in 2024. And this is driven by increased tax collection and new tax initiatives. However, this growth will be partially offset by the lower non-tax revenues, including a reduced dividend from Petronas of 30 billion ringgit compared to 40 billion in 2023. This will enable the government to narrow the budget deficit to 4% of GDP in 2024 from an estimated 4.6% this year.